Hello and welcome to a Wednesday evening. It's a Duckhook show, and here we are. We're ready to talk about some golf, Duckhook golf in particular, and some other golf out there in the world of golf, because there's a lot of big things that's been happening. Welcome again, and thanks for joining us as we review Observatory and we preview State Mines. Where am I now? This is not last year. Where are we going? The Lakes Club Benoni, as they like to be known. Otherwise, as we know it, Benoni Lakes. Yes, you might hear some voices in the background because the guys are eager to get on and talk all that is golf. Let me just let me get them on. Here they are. So it is back to our normal panel. We've got Donnie on the top there. We've got Frikkie in the middle, and we've got our special guest for today, Ian Holzhausen, who's played just about every event this season, and I thought we'd get him on to talk about how his season's going. So I hope you have a lot to say. Ianzo, how's it going?
Hi, thank you, Matt, and thank you for the invite. And hello to all the Ducks watching. Yeah, so I'm happy to be back. Thanks.
Nice outfit you're wearing. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, special just for the occasion, eh?
Yes. Frikkie, how are you?
Look, it's going well. Thanks, Mazzo. Still gymming at this point, so hopefully the swing will make it better this week. But we'll see how the muscles go.
Is it? And I broke this. So let me just get Frikkie into his right window. Hello, Frikkie. I'm glad to hear you gymming, Frikkie, because it's good for you. You know.
It is.
You feel better.
For my arms at this stage, but I'm trying.
Yes, I would like to challenge everybody on this Duckhook group. We are not on the right side of age, if you know what I mean, to be fit this year and have that as a goal, whether it is running or gymming when you can. It's very good. Donnie is very, very adamant about his gymming and his running. You can see that. We were talking to him. He's breaking up a little bit, but I think that mosquito catcher behind him is sucking out all the power, so his Wi-Fi is not so good. How's your training going, Donnie?
The only training that I'm doing is walking on the golf course. That's the only thing that I'm trying to do. But there's no time for gymming or anything like that. I'll leave it to Frikkie.
This isn't training, eh? Milkshakes aren't training. Just so you know. Let's be realistic here.
Well, we will have to say that Barrett is picking up some weight. So he is playing a little bit better than last year.
Very good. I'm looking at the comments of the boys below. Wayne Jensen, good evening, Ducks. Werner Lebowski, good evening, everyone. Werner Lebowski, double post. Yes, Vickers Alberts, our winner from Observatory, has joined us. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, champion. Frikkie is double posting. Gerard Sneeman, is it Sunday yet? Almost. Hansi, hello. Ian also double posting. Leon, and then Maz, you are funny. Jim, me never. Beer is enough training. Come on, boys. And all the way from the UK, we've got Ruben. I would like to start a list where everybody has to run a 2K and put their times down and see if we can improve it. 2Ks is not far, people. It's 4 par 5s. Think about it.
So that's about 30 minutes for me then.
It's 2Ks too long.
Yeah, come on. We'll be better for it. Okay, so we've got a lot to talk about. Let's get straight into it. We obviously know that the Lakes Club is coming up this Sunday. We're very excited. A lot of team games happening. We'll take you through the field if we can. But a lot of team games are happening. But March is upon us, and this is our group of guys promoting March, and ladies. There's Juanita Services, 5th of March. And then we've got Thursday series at Blue Valley and a state course. Sunday series 2 at Glen Vista on the 19th of March. And that is our matches that will be coming. And let's not forget that if you are a Limpopo player or you want to go to play at one of the courses that are close enough to you, they're playing at Corrow Creek on the 18th of March. It's a good practice round for Glen Vista. I just noticed that. It's the day before. So you can get 2 Duckhook games in one weekend. That is something special. Okay, I wanted to talk about John Rahm for a second. You know, we like to keep abreast of what is happening. I'm sure you all saw this little stat.
Yeah.
Basically $7,000 per shot, which works out to about 120 odd thousand rand per shot so far in earnings in 2023. Gentlemen, would you like to earn 124,000 rand for every time you hit it, even if you're three putting.
Absolutely, Mazo. I think that is a great achievement for a guy not in the live golf scenario. So it's awesome. I must say that John Ron is one of the best players currently. I do think that Rory is featuring there. Scheffler being obviously, I think he's still number one, if I'm not mistaken. Is it not now?
Ron was one.
Perfect. So, I mean, those three guys are the best players in the world at this stage. I still fancy Tiger Woods. I know that I will get crucified on this one, but yeah, John Rahm, best player in the world at this stage. But yeah, it's looking good for him.
But it is nice to see, Donnie, that there's three guys vying for number one position constantly: Rory, Scheffler, and Rahm.
Yeah, no, it is good. You know, it's good for the game of golf. You know, it's like I think, in my opinion, two out of those three guys are pretty good role models most of the time. You know, the one is very much openly against Liv, you know, which is unfortunate because they also need their piece of the pie, you know, and their money. If you think about it, the PGA Tour money won't be that much if it wasn't for Liv Golf. So, in essence, those guys need to say thank you to Liv because it's got the PGA to actually wake up.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. You know, it's like it's nice that it's not just one guy for 6 months that's world number one. You know, it's good. It's good for golf.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask you this question.
Yeah.
The question is, the problem with the Liv guys is they're not getting world ranking points. So they're falling out of the top 50. And most of the majors, you need to be in the top 50 of the rankings to get an automatic qualification.
Yeah.
If you're not making ranking points, you're not going to play in the majors unless you're exempt.
Matt, I think for the guys in the live tournament is mostly for about the money. If you take was it
Dustin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson. He said he proved himself. He was the best, and now he's just making money from himself. So yeah,
I agree.
It's for his future living and for his children. So yeah, I think this is more for live guys.
100%. If you've watched the Full Swing series of any of the episodes, there's a couple of interesting points that came out of that, and that is Dustin Johnson, where he is like, I've proved what I needed to prove. Now they're going to pay me 100 million rand just to come here, $100 million just to come here, and I play half the time, and it doesn't really matter because I've proved what I've needed to prove. And I think a lot of those guys are in the same point, so let it be. But it was also fascinating. Did you watch the Brooks Koepka episode, anyone?
Yeah, Brooks as well. You see how broken that guy is for being number one, for doing so great, and all of a sudden he can't play. So it absolutely broke him.
Absolutely broken man. And you can see why he went to Live, because he needed another challenge. So if you haven't seen it, you can see the absolute agony, and it's probably a mental disorder that many of the top golfers go through, where they reach that point where they are the best. And they're winning everything, and the ones to fear when they tee it up, and then suddenly you lose it, and you can't even get close to competing. I think, Donnie, if many golfers, that can be seen as mental disorders.
No, true. You know, it's like obviously it's like I think every golfer out there is like that's playing on the PGA Tour wants to be the best. You know, and here's a good example. You know, take Trevor Immelman. You know, he was one of our best golfers that we had at the time before he won the Masters. But his goal was always to win the Masters. And straight sort of a few months after he won the Masters, he just didn't feature anymore. You know, so you know, I think it's a very it's a good battle for each golfer in their own state of mind to try and, you know, what's the next goal. And Fricky will love this, but I think that's where Tiger was absolutely phenomenal in his heyday. He didn't want to quit after being number one. It was just how many majors can he win? You know, he got a goal every time he played. It was a next goal and a next goal and a next goal. And I think that's what some of these golfers need to actually go out and reassess. You know, like a Brooks Koepka or something like that. So,
Vickers says DJ and Sergio lost their sponsorship for joining Live, apparently. That's a big thing. Do you think they still need it? Do you think they care?
No.
Well, Dustin
I don't
Johnson.
care specifically, but I do think it's required for the guys. I mean, it sells a brand. You put your name in the spotlight, for instance. So, I mean, for me, I think the guys want to hear their names when there's an advert or anything like that. I don't think they just want to fade away earning money, for instance. So I do think it's not the best choice that the guys have made. I do understand what DJ said. When you go for an interview, you can work less and get paid more. Yeah, that's great, but you lose your skill. So yes, you're getting paid more, but at some point you're going to lose your skill.
That is a very good point. You don't play as much competitive golf. Someone like Cameron Smith, who really didn't need to join, I don't see him being the player that he used to be now.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, man, just to quickly go back on just the equipment sponsorships that the guys are losing. If you think about it, Sergio and Dustin Johnson has been with Adidas, for more than 10 years. I think Dustin Johnson's been with them for 50. But you have to look at it from the company side, from Adidas side as well. They approach the guys to basically their brand TV. Now they're not being on TV. It's literally they're paying them buckets loads of cash and they're not getting a promotion. And it's the same thing with what's his name? Bryson DeChambeau. So I spoke to the Cobra rep last week and just an interesting chat with him, and then it's like I saw that Cobra was gonna drop him, and he said it's like unfortunately it's like they sat around the table, he was asking for more money than what they thought he was deserved because he's not on TV, and the only thing that they could basically look at was to say, okay, well, he's a long drive guy now, so they can basically sponsor him on that side, but they're already sponsoring Carl Berkshire, which is one of the best top oaks in long drive. So they don't actually need to sponsor. So that's when they decided to pull the plug. So yeah, I think it's interesting times going ahead. It's like you have to put it, look at the sponsors side, what they need, what they want, and then also from the players side. So
just to wrap up the conversation, I don't think many of these players realize the dominoes effect that joining Liv would have had in the long run. And then a final thought on Full Swing, the documentary, is you really realize how obsessed these golfers are to be as good as they really are. The one with, what's the young lad's name? Who keeps all his scores. No, I'll lose his name. Yeah. Obsessed. So if you can't be obsessed, how do you expect to win? Let's move on. Observatory. Right, we played the Thursday series at Observatory, and this was the result. Before I get to the result, many comments and many ratings about the course. Unfortunately, we all know it wasn't in the greatest condition. I can leave it up to, the ground staff need to get up a bit earlier, and get going, because you can't wait until 9 o'clock to take your machines out and to start taking the water off the greens and cutting things, because what does that mean? If I want a good course, I can only play in the afternoon. So a little disappointing from that front. The top 10, this is what the top 10 looked like after the day's competition. As I mentioned, Vickers Albert's taking the win on -2, another relatively low score, 38 points. Leon Kruger right there on -1, 37 points. Nico Rutz, he was leading for a majority of this tournament, and then unfortunately the back nine got to him a little. Byron Knutzer, another good finish for him, considering he's playing of scratch. Dierwald van Rensburg was also leading for a large majority of the tournament, and then unfortunately Wayne says he looked at the live scoring and it broke him, and then he started going backwards. Gerard Gerber, Marius Kruger, Mazla Queber, another top 10 in the Thursday, which I'm happy about. Peter Prinsloo, and there's Ian. Ian is tied 10th on 33, and he also won his singles game. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that, but we'll catch up with you now, Ian, about your round. So let me play the top 5 interviews, and then you can hear the thoughts of the boys who finished in the top 5. Vickers, congratulations, Observatory, for the second Thursday Series game, and you're the winner. How are you feeling?
Hey man, thanks Maz, feeling great. Played very well today, especially the second nine, my second nine, which was the first nine.
Yep.
Went a bit on a birdie run, so birdie 5, 6 and 7. And just finished up strong and brought it home.
Best part of your game today?
Off the tee box, I must say. I was driving it really well, and the front nine, which is my second nine, the flat stick came alive, so I managed to make some putts.
And you said you don't watch the live scoring, so a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. So I know I checked it halfway. Obviously, I was 3 over by then, so I didn't worry about it when I started winning on the run. I just left it, and happy to pull it through.
In the winner's circle. Well done.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Second place finish. You must be very happy.
Hey, Matt, very happy to end second. They had a slow start. I think I made 1 point after 4 holes. But yeah, picked up the pace and at the end, finished good.
What happened? What started coming right?
The driver. So definitely I started hitting the driver proper and the greens. So, I mean, when we started off, the greens were very slow. And it picked up pace, and as soon as it picked up, I played a bit better. So, no, in it lekker.
Bit of confidence for the rest of Thursday series?
Oh, I can't wait. No, next game, not too sure where the next game is, but looking forward to it. No.
Blue Valley.
Oh, yeah, see, I love that course. No, so definitely going to work on a bit of chipping, but it's going to be good.
Nico, nice round. I'm sure you'll take that after coming out to odds.
Yes, course was quite wet this morning, really slow. Second nine much better. The greens, not the golf though, but all around, lekker round of golf.
Best part of your game?
My driver was okay, my putting was solid, so that helped a bit.
Nice little 73 from you there. Had a good day?
Absolutely, very good. First time playing here, made 6 birdies. Unfortunately, a lot of bogeys. It's a tight course. Kept me very busy, but I really enjoyed it.
Another top 5 finish. You must be enjoying the start to your season.
Yes, I think a very solid start. I've been really hitting the ball nicely, driving it, iron play, short game, the whole work. So, yeah, I'm going to keep trying to do the same thing throughout the whole year.
Sure, you're a couple of shots away from a victory.
Yeah, yes. I mean, since last year, I've been knocking on the door. I'm working on a few things actually. We've been seeing some coaches and so on. So hopefully I can actually take the game to the next level and actually bring the win home.
Good luck. Thank you, boys. Frick, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, Mazo, I don't know if you've noticed, it looks like Bart is getting a little bit more chubbier. Huh? He must be winning all the milkshakes at this point. Huh?
Looks like it. Maybe Donnie's just giving it to him, gifting it to him, shall we say. Let's have a look at Vicus's scorecard. This is what his scorecard looked like. One thing that is very, very obvious is his... It's coming. Eventually. There it is. He started on the 10th and he shot a 38. But look at his front nine. 4 birdies and 2 bogeys to shoot under par 37. That is a great golf from a 2 handicapper, if I'm not mistaken. Good golf there on a course like that. Donnie?
Yeah, like you said before, the conditions weren't the best, but yeah, that front nine is spectacular. You know, the 3 birdies in a row, you know, that can take a lot of momentum into your game. So yeah, no, well done, well played, Vicus.
And we want to see how he continues in the rest of the season, because he is new this season. Maybe he'll be vying for Rookie of the Season the way he's carrying on, because he's now hooked and he's playing many of the events. I can tell you that much. Playing many of the events. What's happened here? Have I lost my monitor? Fricky, why are you on my spot?
I don't know. I'll move away. Is that alright?
I didn't do anything.
Ricky, don't take Maz's spot.
Yeah, it's just taking my spot. Let me just fix that. Go away.
Talk about Rookie of the Year. So, Ian, it looks like someone's going to dethrone you this year, eh?
Yeah, I wasn't Rookie of the Year. It was John Gator too. So I so.
Yes, yeah. Sorry, man. That's a false. That's the big game.
I was player of the season.
Okay, got some more videos that came through. I'm going to play these in. So, I don't know what it is, but these 2 lads rocked up on the day, haven't spoken to each other, and this is how they arrived. Have a look. What's happening here? You guys aren't partners anymore, eh?
In our hearts and in our minds, we are still.
So you woke up and telepathically told each other to wear these shirts?
And even the pants. Even the pants, yeah.
Jeez. Proper. Can we see your underpants?
That's weird.
It's called Brother Love, how you can rock up at the same place wearing exactly the same outfit. Okay, then I've got another video. Thanks, boys, for sending this through. This was Grant who sent this through. This is quite entertaining. So listen up at what happened here. Almost another hole in one.
Boys, ek wil net vir julle gou wys hierso. Dis ou Leon. Leon, kom hierso. Hierso sy pitch mark. Hier sy pitch mark. Leon. Yes, hier is 'n flip en goeie hou my ou. Yes, dankie man. Leon. Amper hole in one. Check hier, hole in one amper. Van die drywer af. Hierdie is die 17de gat. Leon.
Dankie. Yes,
17. Okay. Sê my van wat se gat speel jy eintlik?
Ek speel die 9de gat.
En ons is nou op
Die 17de.
Is nou boys. Boys, ons moet duik toe. Duik toe.
I found that very entertaining because you watch it and Grant builds it up so lovely and he said, oh, which hole are you playing? Imagine he aced a hole. What would happen if you hit into the hole of another hole or another hole? You just drop it out, I guess. Okay, I heard nothing of what Donnie said. Except you did. Then we had another video, and this is after Leon chucked it away because he was in contention coming down with 2 holes to go. Hansie had a chat with him.
Leon, hoe nou moer los jy daai laaste pad kort?
Te membranas, dis die probleem.
Maar well played. Pity vir daai mistpad op die 17de.
Ja.
He should,
Drie bomme.
he should not have been a caddy on the front nine. Less pressure on the back nine then.
Nice when the guys are sending us videos. So please do that more, and I'll include it. Let's go to you, Ian. How did you play on the day?
Yeah, so I had my match play against John, right?
Yes.
And yeah, it wasn't easy.
It was easy.
It's a good play. No, it wasn't easy. John is a very good player. He doesn't make it give anything away. So yeah, and I played. It's my first time at Observatory, and yeah, after 9 holes he was 1 up, and I just said to myself, listen, don't let it get too far away from you. You can still put it back. And after the third hole, I was leading by 1. And at the end, yeah, I was 2 up. So yeah, it was quite lucky because Johnny was rookie of the season last year, and I was second. So it's 1 back. I've got 1 back on him. So yeah, lucky.
How's
Well
that?
done, man. That's awesome.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. So you're just basically 1 win away in your singles, and you're playing another singles game at Benoni, and then you could be through.
Yeah, my game at Benoni Lakes is against Maurits Malherbe. Yeah, so he's got a few shots over on me. But I'm up for the challenge.
Good. All right, let's finish off Observatory. Here are the pins. Who would like to take us through the pins that was at Observatory? Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so on the par 3 we've got the Dewald van Rensburg. I'm glad that he actually played there. So you got the golf rate sponsorship there, and then again on the par 3 the 11th, O'Deary again. I hope we made the birdies on that side. And then the par 4 the 17th, Mr. Ryan Essie that got it there. I don't know how far. Mazza, can you remember?
Well, I can tell you that Dewald, his 2 shots were really close. That's probably why he was so far up the leaderboard, because they must have made birdies, surely. I don't know how close Ryan was. He was behind me. The pin, the 4-ball alliance was won by Jamie Sherry, Gerard Gerber, Byron Knutz and Dean Sherman on -16, 88 points. So congratulations to those guys.
Yeah.
They managed to kind of cancel out their 4-pointers with the 6-pointers to almost average 5 points apiece. So well done to those gentlemen.
Yeah, well done, guys.
That's a good score.
Yeah, I think 2 of them was in the top 10, right? Gerard and Byron, yeah.
Yeah, it always helps. what does it all mean? Well, this is what the standings look like after 2 events. Just remember that it's the best 10 out of 11. So Baron Knutzer, Edward, Vickers, and Luki, and Mark are all tied for the first position on 38 points. But if we had to decide on a winner now, Baron would take it because he's got an overall 73 total points, and then Edward's got 70, Vickers has got 70, and then Luki and Mark missed out, so they don't have any leeway anymore for the rest of the season. Kevin's tied 6 with Leon, makes a big jump from, if you look at the bubble at the bottom, from 29th to 6. Jean-Andre is still there. Nico Roots didn't play the first event, but now he's up in the top 10. And then Deerwald has come from 22nd to 10th. So that's what that looks like. So going into Blue Valley, it will be very, very interesting. I'm going to go through some of the team and singles games. There was only one team game on the day, and that was Cueva Boys taking on, goodness, who did they take on? Lyle and Kero, Beasts from the East. Beasts from the East took it 2 up at the end to get their 3 points. So they actually jump all the way to first place, because their points different is 2 over BEE level 1, who is 1. The Oddfellas and Cuerva Boys are sitting with no points, and Kitty and Clip get going at Benoni Lakes, or Lake Club. I'm going to just say every different name every time. Let's have a look at the singles. The singles look like this. Kevin played Frikkie Steyn, and Frikkie Steyn took it 1 up, so he gets 3 points out of his match, and 1 point difference. So it's nice and close, which means that Kevin still has a chance. He hasn't got a big points difference to get back. And then Glenn Williams will be their next outing, whoever gets to play them first. And then it was Ian's group, which is pool 12. Yes, all the way to 12. That's how many pools there are. There we go, with your nice new picture. Ian winning 2 up. And got 3 points. He basically just needs another victory somewhere. So if he can beat Moritz, he's pretty much through, and then Genre and Moritz have to battle it out to be one of the 2 to go through to the next round. Right. Finally, or not finally, next, there was one entire 4-ball that took part, and that was Ian, Barend, Grant, and Gerard. I can tell you that Ian, Barend, and Gerard were all in the top 10, so their score was counted, and it was almost 100 odd points that they accumulated together. So now they jump to number 1 place on 196, and I'm sure many of the guys who haven't played will kick off their campaign at the Lakes Club on Sunday, because I'm scanning my eyes through it, and there's a lot of people that will be in the field. Well, kind of half of those guys. What does it all mean going into Benoni Lakes? Would you like to see the player of the season standings as it is, gentlemen?
Yeah, please.
Here it is. Charles Swanepoel only had played 1, and he's got 275 points. So when he's back in action, his average is going to take over, and he will be coming down for sure. Luki Janssen is now 224 points. Mark Borgera also only played 1, so when he plays again, he'll be coming down. Alan Lowe, Edwin Porgita makes a big jump after his finish at Machalis. You will see that I've only got space for 11 bubbles. I can't do 33 bubbles or more. So it's at the end of every month. So Edwin at the end of January was 111th, and now he's 5th. Edwin Skoltz is there. Kevin Ho is, if we were taking it on points earned, Kevin Ho would be number 1, because he's got 800 points already after 5 events. Grant Nell is there, jumping from 131 to 8th, so he didn't have a great start. Nico Roots is up there, and Barrett is also up there. So that is going to change drastically, I can promise you that. Right, what's next? Well, it's Benoni Lakes next. Are we ready? So this is what's happening for the Benoni Lakes boys. We're going into it, and this is how it looks. The standings, if you have forgotten, Killarney was only a 9-hole event because the rain took over and spoiled our day. I should say the lightning and the darkness and the end of the world scenario. Kevin Ho, 23 points. Charles Swanepoel, 22. Edwin, 22. Donnie, you're right up there. You feature at least somewhere. Pranay, Stefan,
Yeah.
Gerard,
There's
Carl.
one almighty duck somewhere.
Somewhere at least. So I'm pretty sure Donnie will be focusing on Sunday Series 2 now because you missed Machalis, right?
Nope. I'm actually also so far not playing Glen Vista. So yeah.
Okay, so somebody else is going to be winning player of the season this year, that's for sure.
It's like this year it's like I'm taking it a bit easy, so I won't be able to play all the games. But yeah, it's like I'm actually going to see if I can try and play all the Limpopo games. Yeah.
He's turning to live golf now, so
Yeah, something like that. He's proven himself already.
Exactly. He's proven himself. He doesn't have any new trophies to get, so now he's just going to go and try the Limpopo one.
Everything took everything.
Well, it's like Cookie's got more majors than me, so it's like I need to win the majors.
oh yeah, like it, Tiger.
And speaking of majors, we are trying to qualify for the Masters, which will be coming up at the end of March. So don't forget, we're trying to get ourselves invited to the dinner for 10, brought to you by Glenn Frick at the Riverville Boutique Hotel. And the champion will walk away with the tour bag by Adidas and Glenn Frick. Okay, going back
It's
to...
a very nice price.
Yeah, nice price. If anybody else wants to sponsor it, be my guest. All right, this is where we're going this weekend, the Lakes Club. We played it for the first time last year in September, the beginning of September, if I'm not mistaken. And the winner was Sarel Seermonster on 10 under, one of the rounds where he totally destroyed everybody. But the scoring was low. If I remember, Jan Venter came in on 7 under, didn't win, and had his handicap destroyed, and wasn't very happy and gave Ryan plenty uphill. But if you want to do that, then that's just the way it is. As you can see, there is a lake. It's called Middle Lake, apparently. And there's a road that divides the first 9 and the second 9. Which 9's on top? Which 9's at the bottom, boys? It's not a trick question.
Yeah.
But I think I stumped
You
it.
lose match there.
Yeah, like sure.
Did you?
Like, okay, so just to continue on this one, there's a road between the two lakes, between the two courses. Okay. That's about it. That's what we've got.
Hi. I was saying, what was I saying? On that flyover, I was saying, what is on the top side? The first 9, what's on the bottom side? The second 9.
Correct.
Correct, I gave you the answer right there. So have a look
There
at
was a
somebody.
road between the two lakes.
Between the 2 lakes. Benoni Lakes Parkside course, opened in 1952. Front and back 9 are neatly divided. I like the way they describe it as neatly divided instead of saying there's a road just going past the golf course by the major road. And then record, Sarel Steyn, 10 under. I think that beats any pro that would have been there, so that's why we put Sarel Steyn there as the record. Sure. Okay. Pins for Sunday. Somebody do this so I can compose myself.
Okay, boys, I'll do the pins. So we've got the par 3, the 5th, about 160 odd meters. I think it's a lacquer hole, that one, sponsored by Golf for A. We've got the par 3, the 9th, around about 195 odd meters. Pretty lengthy, I must say that's pretty difficult. Par 3, 16th, sponsorship Airstone. Looking forward to that little hole. And then the par 4th, the 18th. I think that's the closest in 2 for the Golf Concepts voucher. Donnie, I think that's about 380 meters, eh?
Roughly. I think it's like 3. I think it's like 350 thereabout. I don't think it's that long.
350, 340.
Gentlemen, Hansi says Sarel got minus 11. Is that correct? I thought it was minus 10. I could go back and look, but I thought
it was minus 10 as well.
Yeah, it was minus 10.
Prove it, Hansi.
Yeah, no, Hansi, that's a falsie for you, but I do recall minus 10.
I just, when you're editing videos and you're putting straps and you're writing pages down, I just kept seeing number 10. So I could be wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you might be wrong. I might be, how it is. The layout, as we saw, there's the road that goes through the 2 parts. There it is on top, and then this should be the other way. Well, depends where you want to put the lake in your, because you turn right and then you drive, right? So you're coming in from the way you're looking at it, the left-hand side of the screen. So then, yeah, the aspect is right, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Jose, and you know what's going to be nice? I think the condition is going to be even better this year because in September it was just still coming out of spring. It was still spring, and I have played the golf course when it's utterly lush, and I think it's a different golf course. I think we have an entire different golf course to play. Boys, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely, Mazza. Look, I drive there, I drive past it every day. So you can't see much of the lake anymore because of the hyacinth that's there. So yeah, you might be able to play your balls while you're in the lake. So yeah, but it's lovely. I mean, it's green. The greens that I've seen so far looks perfect from the views. I will probably make a turn there tomorrow just to go check it out a little bit. But yeah, I'll give you guys some feedback.
I think that's gonna, for me, that's a sneaky 9 holes that he's going to play there.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it somewhere.
I was going to say, I lost you, Fricky. Hold on. Where are you now?
I'm here.
We keep switching monitors. I don't know why. I was going to say, it's very poor on your side that you drive past there every day and you didn't even do some preview something video for me. What is that about? If I knew about it, I would have asked.
Yeah.
I've got a job to do.
You just stop and you go, look, boys, this is how green it is. Lekker, and you send.
Okay, fine. I'll do it tomorrow. Okay.
No, that's too late.
It's too late now.
No, it's not good to show already. We want it to now.
Correct. Okay, I'm going to do final questions on Benoni Lakes, and the guys, please drop your comments there. I see they're still coming through. Just confirm, my mistake. We'll take a little something for my false here. Little something. Sheesh, you put us all on edge here. I think it should be a big something, Mr. Hansi. Just confirmed. There it is. Did you see? That was just to make it like official. Okay, so how do we play? Lots of trees, so you need to hit it straight relatively.
Yeah.
Ian, how are you going to play the course?
Last year was my first year playing this, so this will be my second time. So it's just to minimize mistakes, keep it in the green, and no free putts. Yeah, it's just one thing that I've worked on recently. We did lessons at Duckhook Creek at Coach Dylan.
Exactly. No 3 putts goes
No,
the
look,
wrong way.
Mazza, from my side, the trees is not too punishing. I do think that, if you're under the trees, it's not like a Kruger's Dorp or even an Observatory as an example. So I do think there's space, to play around the trees. But I do think the course of defense basically is bunkers. I think all the greens is protected by 2 bunkers at the bottom side. So if you take an extra club and you're over, I believe that you're going much better than losing shot. To me, that was the crux of the whole course, is the 2 bunkers normally at the bottom side of the greens.
Yeah, it's almost like you can't short side yourself, in the front of the green. So rather, like you hit the number and hit like extra club, and worst case scenario would be off the back. But yeah, from what I can remember, also all the bunkers are sort of more frontish of the green, protecting the front side.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maz, I think you just look at the course side. There's holes where you can really take up drive and you can bash it, but there's I think it's a good mixture of holes. There's a couple of holes where you rather would want to play a 3-wood or a hybrid or a tee box, just for position. So I think all the Ducks just need to take each hole, how they're playing on the day, on its merit. If you're striking the ball well, you can bomb a drive. If you're not, rather just get the ball and play and try and make a 4 or a 5 from there.
Yeah.
I've got some comments I asked for. The one is very good. So, Richard, please come and find me so that I can do a little talkie with you, because it's going to be his 100th course. Cool.
Nice.
Lucky Cappy.
Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, the guy he's playing his singles match play against is Hansi, who recently played his 100th course at Middelburg, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got 2 boys who've reached 100 courses, so congratulations. So don't forget, Richard, and thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Vickers says, hole 3 and 4 are par 5s. Scoring holes will be 3, 4, 5, and 6. Back 9 more difficult in my opinion. Yes, I would agree with you, 100%. I'm trying to think what's 3, 4, and 5 now. But the man knows what he's talking about. So take note, if all of those guys who are making and scribbling notes, that scoring holes will be 3, 4, and 5, and 6. I should actually do a side game of who scores the best on 3, 4, 5, and 6 if score capture allowed that, but I don't think it can be so specific. Yes, Donnie?
We lost you guys again.
Alweer weg.
Ja, dus hij is af. Ja.
Just for the guys, hole 3, if you miss it left, it ain't a scoring hole.
So, to recap, if you didn't catch it, hole 3, 4, 5, and 6 is the scoring holes. That is what Vickers said. Wayne says, I think club selection is key to the approach, the greens, like Fricky says, yes. And there's nothing else.
Mazda,
Yeah.
maybe we need to ask Ryan, just as a side game on our last scoring, those holes that Vickers mentioned. Ryan needs to actually pick them as to see who's got the best scores on those holes.
I'll ask him.
Okay.
But knowing the way that the app is, I don't think you can choose holes. I think you can choose par 3s and par 5s and first 9 and back 9, but I don't know if you can select holes to do a leaderboard on. But I'll ask him. So don't get too excited about it. Okay, that's it. Ian, last word for you, Ian. I'll see you tomorrow at Parkview at 7.
Yeah, 7:15. Looking forward for my first game of the week. Practice round for Sunday, so yeah.
Same for me.
Gonna be nice.
I need to get some practice in and I'm not getting the time. So we will be playing at Parkview. Sean Salmon will be joining us. There's still one spot available. So if you're now suddenly woken up and think, oh shit, I can play golf tomorrow. Pull in. Let's send me a message and let's do it. Fricky, you're not welcome.
Yeah, or join me at Benoni, eh?
Matt, I would have loved to join you, but I need to build Stephen Lombard's clubs tomorrow. So.
Who?
Oh, Stefan.
That's it.
Okay. Thanks for watching, boys, and we apologize for the little gremlins, but you know, thanks, Escom.
Yes, people. Enjoy.
Cheers.